What's going on, guys? It's Halloween Vids, and today I'll be doing a review on the Spirit Halloween 2024 Demonic Gate Keeper Animatronic. Alright, well, without further ado, let's just get right into the review. As I already mentioned, this is the Spirit Halloween 2024 Demonic Gate Keeper Animatronic. He was manufactured by YJ Arts and Crafts, a company that exclusively produces products and manufactures them for Spirit Halloween and Spencer's Gifts. They are a really great company behind some of the best classic animatronics we've seen in the last decade, including but not limited to Little Skelly Bones, the original swinging one, the Pumpkin Nester, and all the swinging animatronics in that line, as well as some other instant classics as Bloody Bag of Jokes, and, what's another one I can mention real quick off the top of my head? Miss Mercy, she's another great one. I know she's a fan favorite. But yeah, YJ Arts and Crafts, they're a really great company. Their scope, they made Art the Clown this year. Phenomenal licensed animatronic. And they also did Emily and Victor. But yeah, Demonic Gatekeeper, made by YJ Arts and Crafts. They're excellent manufacturing company. But enough about them. Let's talk about the Demonic Gatekeeper himself. He's new for Spirit Halloween for the 2024 season. Unfortunately, the season is behind us. It is very sad. I know I am in that seasonal depression as well. However, it's exciting. I mean, great, successful season. Had a really fun season at that. And I'm just happy to finally be able to take things slow again. Been very hectic with working at Spirit and college and everything. So it's nice to catch up on myself. But yeah, he was not part of the ISE, and he was also not online only. He was one of the in-box only animatronics for the 2024 Halloween season. You may have seen him at a few locations if he was a filler. We never installed him as a filler, as we never needed to, because we just wanted to make sure that all of our animatronics that were meant to be on the ISE were on the ISE at all times. So actually, me setting him up in my dorm is the first time I ever got to see him in person. So it was a really exciting experience for me. But yeah, inbox only, which honestly probably hurt his sales. I think this dude would have sold a lot better if he was on display, because being an inbox only, customers weren't really sure what he did, how large he was, because I mean his size alone is a really great selling point for him, because he is massive. And just they weren't able to see him. Although I'm also kind of happy, I guess, that he was an inbox only, because then hey, I got to get him at the sale. He wasn't a good seller. We still had a couple of them at our 50% off sale, so I was able to snag one at the sale, which I was super happy about. But yeah. As for him cosmetically, he is a very, very simple animatronic. He just has his one-piece cloak here, which is your typical costume fabric. Nothing crazy there. Then we do have his hands, which are a nice hard plastic. And as you can see how large his hands are, I mean, really, they are really large. And I shouldn't be surprised when I found out that he was made by YJ, because the sculpt work on this animatronic is phenomenal. YJ is great at their detail and sculpt. Their sculpts are always 10 out of 10, at least in my opinion. But yeah, then you have like your little freaky fabric for the cloth here. And then the head is the same hard plastic as the hands, which, I mean, the head detailing is just phenomenal. Really, really well done. It is a half head, but that is fine. Honestly, you don't really notice that. It doesn't need to be a full head, because again, it already is massive. So I understand why they had to compensate with that. But yeah, as for his build, it is just super easy. It is a metal base with then a metal mechanism, as well as the shoulder frame, which is like a little plastic, like that see-through plastic. And then we have a fabric here, which emulates like a flame. And then I will mention real quick with that fabric, the glue was coming off the immediately out in box. So I did have to put some hot glue, but that was, I'm not going to deduct any points for that. That's because could be a minor factory error. That is nothing against the animatronic. But also with the hands are not any pieces or ever. There is a little bit of foaming in the cloak here to help shape hands, but like, or arms, excuse me. But the hands are not attached to anything. They are completely, posable however you like. There is Velcro here if you so choose to use, just to keep them attached to the fabric. But I think that is great, because if you want to put this guy in your yard and your yard isn't exactly level, you won't have to worry about the hands looking awkward or not fitting on the yard, because they are completely posable as that. You can put them wherever you so desire. But yeah, I mean, his build is super easy, super straightforward setup. Did not take me long at all. Honestly, YJ, they're a great quality company. They haven't really had many issues. They've had issues in previous years, like a decade ago, with their mouth movements, with upper jaw movement, but that's something that they've since gotten rid of. So you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, I mean, not too much else to really say about him. He is fog machine compatible. Unfortunately, you will not be seeing that in the review or in my demo, because one, I am in my college dorm, and I cannot use a fog machine in my dorm. That is, I will get in serious trouble if I do that. But yeah, enough talking. Let me get this guy plugged in real quick, and we can do a quick little demo. I'll do a lights on and a lights off probably.
This is the point of no return. Your cries and screams are futile.
Yeah, I mean, really simple animation, nothing extraordinary, nothing out of this world, but it gets the job done, and I just think it's great. We'll do another one. Let me turn the light off real fast.
I am the guardian of tormented souls. You have crossed over into my world. Now you will endure eternal pain.
But honestly, his animation and just overall concept is so simple. It reminds me of like your early 2010s, late 2000s animatronics by Techie, like with the whole graveyard lineup and everything, rising from the grave and whatnot. But again, he gets the job done. He does what he needs to do. And honestly, I would love to see him with a fog machine. I think the fog machine will just enhance him so much more as the fog comes out, seeps through the holes in his cloak, which I think would be a really nice added effect. But yeah, I mean, like, there doesn't have to be anything crazy with the animation or whatever. It's a great concept, a Demonic Gate Keeper, an excellent execution of a prop. I mean, the design is phenomenal. I think he is a really great looking animatronic. I love just his, not comedically large features, but just his very, just dramatically large hands and head. I think it really helps bring a demonic and just monstrous character to him, which I think is great. And again, YJ knocked it out of the park with the sculpt work. I think that is phenomenal. And the animation's like, it's great too. Like it gets the job done. The rising's great. It's a nice slow rise and then a nice slow descent. And then I love the lighting in the chest. I think it is great, as well as the head. I love just that burning ember. I think it is really well done. I mean, his phrases are really cool too. They're really sinister. They're not corny. They're not cheesy. I think it's nice. Really, really great phrasing as well. But overall, I probably would give this guy a 10 out of 10. I honestly have no issues for him. He's a great concept. I will give him originality, because, I mean, it's not something we really see very often. We don't see a flaming, like, demonic gatekeeper like this. Like, I mean, yes, we see your rising from the grave half animatronics all the time, but in the concept of this, we don't really see it too often, like a fogging one that is just so large. We don't see that very often, which I think is super cool. I really am a huge fan of this guy. It's a shame he wasn't a great seller, because I really do think he was probably one of the most underrated animatronics from Spirit Halloween for the 2024 Halloween season. But yeah, that is all I have for the video. I really hope you enjoyed. Tell me what you think about the Demonic Gatekeeper in the comments below. And until next time, see ya.